that if you truly believe. If you truly believe. And so this might seem like I'm attacking you. I'm not. I just want you guys to truly question yourselves. Do you believe? I want you guys to ask yourselves, do you believe he can? Do you believe he will? And do you believe truly? Do you believe truly? Because so often we take this word believe and we say, yeah, we believe. Yeah, we believe. And we go to church on Sundays. And then Monday rolls around and we kind of lose our belief in God because something bad happens in our life. It could be a friend that does something wrong. It could be a family member. It could be a tragedy in the news. It could be anything. It could be some guy on the road being an idiot, slamming on his brakes, speeding up, turning around, just making your day frustrating or annoyed or even mad. Our belief that God can, that God will. We kind of back up from that. We start to think, oh well, you know what? If I believed in God, then that wouldn't happen. And I know that might sound silly, but so often we do that, don't we? We say, yeah, I believe in God, but if I believed in God, then why would he let that happen? If I believed in God, why would that idiot be up there on the road? Idiots shouldn't be on the road. And we would say that to ourselves. We kind of move our beliefs in a different way. And God says, no. That's not how this belief works. Believe that I can. Believe that I will. Spiritually. And when you believe in me, when you believe in your heart that I'm God, that I can, that I will, then that idiot up on the road, that idiot being stupid, I love him. And I want you to love him. And so I want you, if you believe that I can, that I will, that I love, I want you to go up to that person, pull your car over to the side of the road, knock on his window and say, stop being stupid. You're going to end up getting hurt. You're going to end up hurting someone else. Believing that God will intervene in that person's life. When someone dies, I know loss is not easy. It's not easy. But if you believe that God can, that God will, go up to the person who's lost someone and give them an encouraging word. Telling them it's going to be all right. Telling them that they will get through this. Being there for them. Or giving yourself an encouraging word. Telling yourself, you're going to get through this. Because you believe that God can and God will. And so God says, do you believe? Do you believe that I can heal the sick? Do you believe that I can heal the lame? Do you believe that I can do these things? Do you believe that I am God? And do you believe that I came down, died for you, came over to your table as you were eating your meal, picked up your check, and said, I got this. Said, I got this. Showing him, saying, you know what? Your tab is paid for. Your tab is paid for. I want to share this encouraging story with you. And we don't often see this. And so I was working at my job, and this guy comes up and hands me a fake $1,000 bill. It says on the back of it, the $1 million question. Will I go to heaven or will I go to hell? Now that's often a question that we ask ourselves. Will I? Can I? But what's amazing about this story is that almost right after that, someone comes up to the window and they hand me their money. And they say, you know what? I want to pay for the person behind us. I want to pay for the person behind us. Now, we don't often see that because we get so busy, we get so wrapped up in our own world that we forget that there's other people living. And doing something as small as paying for someone else's meal, I just find that totally amazing. Because when you are doing something that is so awesome, that is so detrimental. It could be paying for a soda for them. It could be paying for an entire meal. It could be helping someone. Showing they by paying for someone else's meal, they show that they loved. They show that they have kindness. And so we see this in a brand new light. The $1,000,000 question, do we love? And if we love, do we know how to love? Do we know how to love? Because so often we look at love as something middle schoolers say. But there's not really much meaning behind it. And we have to ask ourselves, do we know how to love? Because we think that love can only be shown in one way. And that's human to human. And that is so true, but yet so far from the truth. What I remember is that we can show our love in so many different ways. And if you guys were with my series Caring, we looked at love, we looked at how to care, we looked at grace and mercy and all these different things, all these different emotions that we have, and we looked at love primarily because love is what drives so many of us. We love so much that it hurts. Christ loved us so much that he was bleeding for us on the cross. And he even said, Lord, if there's any other way, take this from me. But if there is not, I will love them. I will love to die for them. I would love to die for them. I don't exactly want to die, but I love them so much that I will. I will anyway. We can show our love in so many different ways. It could be giving a smile. It could be holding open a door. It could be giving a hug. It could be just doing something nice out of the kindness of your heart. It could be saying an encouraging word. And I want to ask you this question. What is it that makes you love? What drives you to love? And what do you love? I've asked this question before, but I really want you guys to think about this. What drives you to love? And what do you love? What do you love? It could be another person. It could be an object that you're holding on to, that you love more than the living God. And I want to take it right now. The things that I love goes God, my mother, then the rest of my family. Because when we love, and what we love can tell us so much about what we need to change in our lives. So often Christians, so often people will say, I don't need to change anything about my life. My life is golden. And I want to take it right now. I've been there. I've been there when people have said, these are some things that we need to change about our life. We need to change how we love. We need to change the view that we have on the world. We need to change our view on how we give mercy, how we give grace. And so oftentimes, we will say, I don't need to do that. My vision on the world is pretty clear. I can see it. But when we finally open up our minds, we finally open up our souls, and we look at the world in a different lens, it can show us something that has been missing. It can show us something that we can improve on. It can show us something and show us how to love. And so when we love, it's not just something that we do. It's not just who we are, but it's what we are. What drives us to love. And primarily that thing that should drive us to love is Christ. Should be Christ that draws us to love. To love, give compassion, and give mercy. Because when we love, when we do the things that God's called us to do, and we draw closer to Him, God shows us His love in amazing ways. So one of the ways that He loved, He said, "You know what? I love you guys so much. I'm gonna give you air. But not only am I gonna give you air, I'm gonna give you water. I'm gonna give you food. I'm gonna give you animals that you can love, that you can eat. I'm gonna give you plants. I'm gonna give you fruits and vegetables, so that you can become healthy." And so that you can become fit. I'm going to give you all these things. Not because I need to. I could have made it so your stomachs are always full. So you never need to eat anything. I could have made it. But you guys didn't even need to eat in the first place. Like, we just don't eat. We just don't need to. I could have made it that, I could have just made it that we're all robots and we don't need food. We don't need air. We don't need all these things. But God showed His love. He said, "You know what? I'm going to make an earth. I'm going to make an earth that is so beautiful, that is just breathtaking, that so many people are going to want to see." And so we see, when we take a step back and we look at God's love, we look at the trees, we look at the air, we look at the changing colors in the fall. We look at all these things that Christ has done for us. We can say, that is how He loves. That is how He loves. He showed His love in so many different ways. Another way He showed His love is with Lazarus. When Lazarus was dying, and his sisters were crying, and everything just seemed to go wrong, God said, "You know what? I'm going to show you how to love. I'm going to show you that this is my love." And He said, "You know what, Lazarus? Get up. Wake up. Walk out of that tomb. Because your mission in life is not done yet. You are not done yet." So the way that He does, He awakens us. He awakens us when we are dormant. He awakens us when our flame goes out. He awakens us when our passion for Him dims. He says, "Wake up. Wake up." And that is His love. That is His love. So that we can be loved. And we can show love. Through Him. Through Him and through His Spirit. So I want to ask you this question. When He says, "Wake up." When He says, "I have something amazing for you to do." What do you guys want to do? Because when He does this, we want to be able to move in such a way that is so awesome and so detrimental to our lives. And so they say to him, "We don't need to ask any more questions, because we believe that you are the Son of God, that you have created everything, that you are the one true God. We believe. We don't need to ask you any more questions. We don't need to. We don't need to." And God says, "Do you believe? Do you believe? Do you believe? Do you believe He can? Do you believe He will? Do you believe that He is the living God who lives among you right now? Do you believe that these questions that we ask, God will answer? Do you believe that? Because as we're going through these $1 million questions, I want you guys to know that God loves you, and that God will do anything for you. So on those days that you're feeling lonely, on those days that you feel like life is not worth living, look up to God and ask Him, "Am I worth living? Am I worth saving?" And He will say yes. He will say, "You are worth loving. You are worth saving. This life is your own. So go out there and live it to the fullest. And live it for me." Because when we live it for Christ, maybe not everything in our life will go perfect, but we know that our God is behind us. He's putting our hand on our back, and He's saying, "Move forward. March. Keep going. Keep going." And so I would just end the message series with, what would you guys do? But I know what you guys do. You guys follow God with everything you have in you. And so last week I asked you